Hi, welcome to Forever Health Education. My name is Caroline Marichu, and today we are going to talk about the gut. Yes, know your digestive system. Now, the reason why we are going to talk about this today is because people don't take these issues seriously, and so they end up having other chronic diseases like autoimmune diseases, inflammatory diseases, and colorectal cancer, and they start wondering, how did I get here? How did I become so chronic? It is because when the symptoms started coming, you did not pay attention to them, you did not take them seriously. So that's why we are going to talk about the symptoms of digestive issues and the causes and why is it that these things happen. So first of all, I want to ask you one question. Why do we eat food? We eat food so that we can get the nourishment that we need from them, the minerals, the vitamins, those things. So what happens when you cannot digest these foods that you're eating? It means that your body is not getting the nourishment, the fuel it needs to function. The gut is directly correlated to other parts of the organs. If you're not able to break down these foods, the other organs start suffering. And when you're having indigestion issues, what happens now? You have undigested food stuck in your gut, it stays there, it starts to rot, you start having gas, bloating, there's bad bacteria happening over there, there's a lot of bad things happening inside you, and you're not taking it seriously. Now, how do you know that you have digestive issues? What are the symptoms? Number one, a foul-smelling bowel movement. You see, your feces are not supposed to stink, yani so strongly mpaka lazima utumie inaitwa fragrance spray, and then you have to close the door, no one can enter mpaka until 30 minutes zimeisha because of the bad smell. It's not supposed to stink that much. So if it's stinking, you have digestive issues. If it's black in color, that's a problem. Number two, if you are having new food allergies. What do I mean by that? Let's say kitambo there is this food that you used to enjoy, haiko inakuharibikia, then all of a sudden there are certain foods that you used to eat and now you can't eat anymore. They make you have stomach upset. That means that your digestive system has been compromised. Another thing is migraines, lots and lots of headaches. Number four, sleep problems. It's very uncomfortable for you to sleep because of especially for the people who eat just before they go to bed. You're supposed to wait until 3.5 hours and then you sleep so that chakula ikuwe imetoka kwa stomach imeenda kwa intestines. So obviously, if you're that kind of person who eats before you go to bed, it is uncomfortable, you're having sleep problems, the body is not, you're not giving the body time to heal, time to rejuvenate, time to focus on other parts of the body because it's only focusing on the digestive system. Another symptom is fluctuations of weight. When all of a sudden umeanza ku lose weight, all of a sudden you've started gaining weight, that means that there's a problem somewhere in the digestive tract. Another symptom of digestive issues is acid reflux, of course, ulcers, autoimmune diseases, constipation, diarrhea, low immunity. 80% of our immunity is made in the gut. So ukipata kuna joto na bado unapata homa, you're getting recurring infections, recurring issues. It means that your immunity is compromised, meaning that your gut is compromised. When you have sugar cravings, saa yote unataka kukula mandazi, unataka kukula mkate, you want to eat sweet things, skari, it means that you have an overgrowth of bad bacteria in your gut, you have an overgrowth of yeast, na hizi vitu ndizo zinaitisha those sugary things because that's what they feed on. Another symptom is inability to concentrate. Yes, so the gut is called the second brain. Did you know that the gut actually has a nervous system of its own? Yes. There's a direct correlation between the gut and the brain. So if you're having digestive issues, you also have mental problems, issues with mental fog, or fikiri vizuri, fikiri clearly. Some people even develop things, serious mental health issues like anxiety, depression, because you're not taking care of your gut. So What are the main causes of all of digestive issues? Number one, we have low stomach acid. Low stomach acid. So low stomach acid is the HCl and the digestive enzymes, the ones that are necessary to digest your food. Number one, acid reflux. So a lot of people think that acid reflux, you guys know what acid reflux is when it's heartburn, when the contents of the stomach start going up. That's acid reflux. A lot of people think that it's because you have a lot of stomach acid. No, that's not the case. It's impossible to have a lot of stomach acid because the body has a brain. It produces the exact enzymes that it needs to digest the food that you've eaten that particular meal. So what happens is that when you have low stomach acid, the pH is directly on top of the stomach. There's a valve. Kuna valve yenye inakuwa hapo juu ya on top of the stomach ya kufunga vitu zisitoke from the stomach kurudi juu kwa esophagus. So but now when you have low stomach acid, the pH affects that sphincter, that valve on top of the stomach inafunguka. That's why the contents of the food go up. And also the food that you eat, like let's say you're eating lots of meat, lots of eggs, they trigger the production of a hormone called cholecystokinin ambayo inafanya that valve ifunguke, and so the contents of the stomach go up. Low stomach acid. And acid reflux is very dangerous. If you don't treat it, you may end up having esophagus cancer, throat cancer, because of gastritis in a trauma, and then that wound, and then it makes the cells start mutating. Number two, how do you know that you have low stomach acid? Indigestion. That's the symptoms, gas, bloating, you feel so uncomfortable, you feel pain, your stomach feel it's because you have low stomach acid. You don't have the necessary enzymes to digest your food. The food ends up staying in your tummy for a long time. Now it starts fermenting, it starts rotting, it starts attracting bad bacteria like akina H. pylori. Number three, low stomach acid, nutrient deficiency. When you have low stomach acid, because now you're not able to break down food, you end up having nutrient deficiency, especially things like B12. You have anemia because your body your body is not able to process that food and extract the necessary nutrients it needs, the body needs, all right? Low stomach acid inafanya you are predisposed to infections, because what HCl also does, HCl kills bad bacteria. When you eat something that is contaminated, it's the HCl which kills those bacteria. So what happens when you don't have enough HCl in your body? It becomes a perfect environment for bad bacteria to rear and to multiply. Another reason why we have gut issues is gut microbiome. Gut microbiome. Did you know that we have 100 trillion microbiota in our bodies? Yes, we have good flora in our digestive system, and they help in digesting our food. So the gut microbiome, these are the small gut flora that are responsible for, they are the ones who, they are the last place where food is digested, the last process. Obviously, when you eat an apple, your body is not going to digest the apple as it is. It has to be changed, it has to be transformed into something that can be absorbed into the body. So what is responsible for changing food into a compound that can be absorbed into the body? It's the gut microbiome. So what happens when you have low microbiome? Your body is not absorbing any nutrients, and then your immunity is low, because the gut microbiome, 80% of our immunity is made from the gut. Okay, the gut microbiome also helps in maintaining weight. So when it is compromised, you start gaining fat around huku unapata tumbo, pot belly. Also, because you remember I told you the gut is directly connected to the brain. It produces a hormone called serotonin. So when you do not have enough good microbiota in your gut, you have low serotonin. Serotonin is the hormone that is in charge. It's the feel-good hormone. Inafanya ukue relax nini. So when you have low serotonin, it affects your mood. You start being irritable. You start being an unpleasant person. Another thing, when the gut microbiome is compromised, now there are things that are entered. The gut microbiome is mostly they are found in the small intestines, where things are absorbed into your blood. So what happens when you don't have good microbiome? Exactly, and unnecessary things that are not supposed to go from the digestive system to the blood, they start passing through. Because the gut microbiota, they're the ones who they guard us, they guard the blood from toxicity or from bad bacteria in the gut. So when they are not there, there's no protection. Your body doesn't have protection. Yes, and so nini inafanya we have low stomach acid and we have a compromised gut microbiome? Bad diet. Yes, bad diet. So the first thing, of course, when you look at your gut, at your stomach, you're supposed to look at it like a garden. When you don't take care of your garden, weeds start to grow. Watu wanarusha uchafu kwa your garden. This is exactly what happens in your gut. If you don't take care of it, bad bacteria starts to grow. Uchafu, toxins start to accumulate. Fat starts to accumulate. So what are you supposed to do? Number one, you're supposed to eliminate any bad, unatoa uchafu yote. Unatoa uchafu yenye iko huko. That's cleansing, that's detoxing, by the way, with aloe vera gel. First thing is to clean your garden. The second thing is to nourish the soil. What do I mean by that? Eating good food. Eating good food, feeding the good microbiome so they can grow and multiply. And when you do that, obviously now your garden will flourish, it will be healthy, and you will heal health. You will reap, you will harvest health. Another thing that compromises our gut is stress. Yes, because when you have stress, it produces the hormone cortisol that compromises the gut microbiome. So with that said, if you are having any digestive issues, depending on what exactly your issue is, there's treatment regimens for different people, for individuals, because, well, people have different bodies and they have different symptoms. So yes, after this, I hope you have understood the things that I've said and that you will put these in mind. Thank you.